Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Xiongnu Campaign. Last time we finished off our joint war with Qin against the Zhao minor Chinese kingdom. Qin took a lot of Zhao territory, but also gave us a little bit of Zhao territory, namely the province of Wuyuan and the province of Xiongnu, which we have duly started to fortify and treat as some of our new borderlands into China. And this did give us incredibly two new region splits. We then, because we had two new governor spots to fill, I shouldn't say I decided, I wasn't consulting anyone about this, to go ahead and actually reorganize all of my governorships to ensure that there's no more dependency on family contentedness from my governorships. I think that's probably safer in the long run, a little bit of future proofing. And this allowed us to get some new, younger, quote unquote, good at having finesse characters. Our finesse situation is bleak. Into the governorship so that they can start to make a name for themselves and be the next generation of my finesse characters to work with. All that being said, we're back here in the Xiongnu campaign, and we are dealing with a situation down here in Quran. That's not the right mouse button. Here we go. So the situation down here is that the people of Quran are so mad that their happiness has actually graphically gone to 100%. This sometimes happens. It's some sort of flow integer issue. But needless to say, they are in fact unhappy. This is pretty dire over here. We've tried to do some damage control by moving population out of the Quran area, actually out of Beishan as well, which had a similarly large number of unhappy people because this used to be a city. And we've redistributed them over into North Beishan, which isn't necessarily a permanent solution. North Beishan is now oddly populous. Realistically, what I probably need to do is actually further move them into Huji, which is also in an assimilation status. Huji is currently, well, it's got some population actually. I maybe couldn't move everybody in here. Yeah, maybe not into Huji. I don't know. The issue is ultimately, I guess probably I could move them into Huji, and then at that point, once they're in Huji, it'd be close enough where I could move some Xiongnu over, and I could do that migration idea that I had talked about in the previous episode. Basically, the long and short of it is I don't really have a super clear plan at the moment with how to manage this population situation, let alone the ongoing crisis over at Quran. What I hope will happen is once I unpause the game and we resume, the situation here will stabilize a little bit, maybe on the next monthly tick. But this is definitely quite severe. Even though the province is still at a 92 loyalty, that's not going to last for long with a loyalty decline rate like that. So we shall see what we have to do here. And with all that being said, we are now in peacetime. We have a gigantic manpower maximum of 23,000. That is even without the decreased pay, so that's going to go even higher. I think with that in mind, I should probably go ahead and grab that innovation to get that extra manpower, as now is a good chance to get a lot of manpower while I have plenty of room for such an innovation. And additionally, I would then get the, well, I guess the bonus would be hold triumph cost reduction. I guess I could hold a triumph. Actually, I'm not sure if you can for tribal chiefs. I guess I could figure that out. But I guess it may be smart to save this again to use as an emergency. But I think we're likely going to go to war again before we hit our manpower max with max that high. So I think that this is probably perfectly fine. Right, let's go ahead and grab triumphal coins. The creation of high-value currency, minted purely for prestige and honor, should be produced whenever we hold a major triumph. As such, our glory will be known for all time. Yes. There we go. Perfect. And this way we don't have just an innovation lingering around, which was kind of upsetting me. So that is good. Did America do any colonization? I don't think so. I think I'm just misremembering. I think they had a revolt, and that's why they seem like they've grown. But whatever the case, I think we're good to go ahead and unpause here. Let me see. Are all of my forces lowered? I believe so. Yeah, we get the, we haven't gotten one of those 2-year waits to re-raise the levy. I think that was just because in the second and third episode we had lost a battle. I think that's the only reason that happened, because the Mobe levy is going to have to travel many, many hundreds, if not thousands of miles to come back to Longcheng, and they're still going to be ready in 4 months. They couldn't even get to Longcheng in fact, they couldn't even get a third of the way to Longcheng in 4 months, so a little questionable. Some of these other levies have longer delays, but right, we can also raise our new levies as well if the need arises. Let's resume. Tactical bond speed 3. Also, my migrators over here are getting into position. You can... I'm going to wait for these to be lined up so that I'm not getting exclaves even for a moment. This seems like a good thing to avoid. And then once we hit the month of May, we shall see how things are looking. Okay, so 23,000 does appear to be our new stable maximum. This number is affected by so many things that, although generally having my output be increased will improve that, and that's what integrated culture happiness is largely accomplishing, is increased output. This will also incidentally make my other Xiongnu happier, but ultimately the manpower modifier is a little hard to predict exactly what calculates it. There's just, again, this game, I've talked about this before, but under the hood, this game has a lot of, it has a lot of things going on at the same time, and it's a little complicated to really think about it too hard. Okay, over here in Quran, or in Yangqi, loyalty is improved a very, very slight amount, but it's still very bad. I really wish I could just move or kill these freemen, but sadly, much to my despair, genocide is off the table for now. We'll have to figure out some other way to deal with this. I mean, ultimately, you know, ideally, these people would be alive and members of my society and not killed by me. And they'd be converted and assimilated, but those are long-term goals for a short-term problem. I may have to bite the bullet and switch Yangqi specifically back over to, probably, I might be able to pull off local autonomy. That'd be a bit less damaging. Actually, you know what? I think it is okay with Yangqi to switch over to, what's it called? The whipping one. The one, God, I can't remember the name of the policy. Harsh treatment, or whatever it's called. Because I actually don't mind if these units or these populations are scattered away and leave my nation, because they are ultimately going to take too long to assimilate and convert over. So I think that's fine. So I think I will switch this one at least over because of how bad the rate is. Beishan is in a much worse state total wise. Oh god, not again. But its decrease rate is now sort of stable, because I moved so many folks out of Zhaohe. I think I can keep this as it is. Over here, even though I moved all this population into North Beishan, it's actually okay. I don't really know why the populations I moved over are seemingly pretty okay with being relocated over to North Beishan, but yeah, this is fine. I can maintain this. That is okay. And then Badakol is... it's okay at the moment. It's you know, not in a great state. But ultimately, I think Yangqi needs to be addressed. All right, Wei wants some jade. Sounds fine to me. Yeah, I think I made a mistake earlier by destroying the resource buildings. I am making the right call destroying other settlement buildings, but resource buildings, I need to remember, are still giving me they're giving me an extra copy by default. That's a modded effect from Terra Indomita. Might have also been in Invictus. I actually don't remember if Invictus had that change as well, but I'm missing out on a lot of commerce money from that. Speaking of money, we're making 10 gold per turn. Okay, Qin's gone to war again. Against whom? Against Wei. Oh god, okay. This is another gigantic conflict. Wei is actually Qin's most prominent contemporary in China. And so if we join this war, we are going to be locked in here for a minute. Now, Wei does not have any allies, which is very good, so we at least know exactly where the borders are. And there's at least a fort in between Wei and ourselves. Qin has not fortified their north very much at all, which, in fairness, I'm not too upset about, because that's the direction I would be coming from if I were to attack Qin. But, yeah, Wei's going to have some serious manpower behind them, and Qin probably doesn't really have... Actually, hold on, wait. Is Wei attacking Qin? Take Hedong. Okay, where's Hedong? Hedong is a Wei province. Okay, so Qin is attacking Wei. Yeah, Qin is not wasting a minute here. It's literally been a couple of months. They're already at war with another Chinese power. The other issue here is that if I help Qin too much, they may be too strong for me to fight, so I have to walk this very fine line where I need to get involved in the wars to the extent that it either helps me, such as by giving me more region splits, or hinders Qin. And in this situation, I think Qin is going to be most hindered by me not participating. So we can auto-decline, or we can't auto-decline this, but we can also manually decline this because this is an offensive war call. Qin will not be happy about that. However, I don't think they're going to necessarily break their alliance with me. And even if they do break their alliance with me, I think we can maybe be okay if we very strategically change our allegiance over to somebody like Wei, assuming Wei doesn't lose this war. I guess the issue is we need to make sure that we have, because it is good to use Qin as an ally to advance into China, but ultimately, if Qin gets too powerful, you know, as Qin gains more territory, these are very populous, maybe not down here, but these are very populous areas. Qin is going to have much of the same religion, I think, as well as Qin. Well, is Qin Chinese religion? What religion are you? Yeah, you're Chinese religion. So they're going to get more same religion populations, you know, not same culture group at least, but as you know, Qin is a Chinese culture group. So yeah, same culture group, same religion. So they're going to, as they advance into Wei in particular, they're going to get population that's easier for them to assimilate and convert and draw a lot of manpower from. Definitely pretty scary. Although we are much larger than Qin at this point. Again, like I've said before, Qin's population is far beyond our own at the moment in terms of the integrated pops. So I think this is a war I shouldn't help Qin in. And then that makes the question, do I join the war and somehow try to sabotage Qin, of which there are possibly some ways I could do that. I don't know offhand exactly how I could from being in that war. And it would put me at risk to being attacked by Wei, which we shouldn't overlook. Or do I just decline the call to arms and then hope that Qin doesn't break their alliance, so that if they do, I can ally with Wei to protect myself against Qin, or ally with somebody else that would be at least an opponent for Qin. I think actually, all things considered, I think at this point, even though I've been saying I need to finish off taking on this stuff over here, Jiu, to then turn to Qin, I think that Qin is starting to get a little too strong, and I'm concerned about being unable to break through Qin once they start taking more of their sort of cultural and religious heartland over in northeastern China. So I think I need to actually start advancing my anti-Qin plans a bit more aggressively. So we're going to decline the offer. All right, we take great delight in telling them that they're on their own for this war. Qin's probably pretty annoyed because this is, from their perspective, this is the most important time I could have joined them against their slightly weaker but still formidable, you know, main rival in China. Qin is not happy. They're still in the positive, so we are still allied with them. No, we're not still allied with them. Okay, that did break our alliance with Qin. Okay, well, just like that, our Qin alliance is suddenly over. That is alarming. But what is our truce with Qin looking like? Where is our Qin truce? Do we have a Qin truce? We do not have a Qin truce. Okay. No. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, we don't have a Qin truce. We have military access still. Let's cancel our military access that we gave to them. Okay, we're going full hostile with Qin at this time. Maybe it's good that I got that extra manpower. Actually, should we attack Qin? This might be our best chance while they're fighting a fairly large nation on the other side of their borders. And their armies, I mean, their armies are technically largely in my territory, so that's going to help. So, that, oh yeah, you know what? I did not even think about this. Their armies are, many of their armies are legions, which they can't just lower and re-raise. So them attacking Wei while their armies are up in my steppes, this is actually really perfect. So what I think we should do, oh my gosh, is the time here. The time has come. I think while Qin's armies are up in their north, Wei will have an early advantage against them, and they're going to get some early gains. We can't see it now because, you know, when we were allied, we had line of sight. But once their armies have come through Qin and are starting to fight Wei, we can declare war on Qin and then punch in here. This might be a very bad idea, but I think now is like the opportunity. Because the thing is, I can get stronger but so can Qin. And Qin getting stronger means taking on many, many more population units that are going to further enrich their manpower pool. They're going to get more money, more momentum. No one except for Wei left in China really has like a good shot at potentially challenging Qin. And this is our best possible shot, I think. To the extent that I think I need to actually try to ally with Wei as fast as possible. So this is going to be a little tricky, but I think, yeah, let's see here. Their alliance likeliness. Competing power. I guess that's true, but all right, Wei. So remember how much we've made a big deal about being friends with Qin. Times are changing, you know. All right, this will improve by 25. I don't know if that'll get us high enough, but I'm gonna start improving relationships with Wei, and then I'll give them a gift after the monthly tick. Actually, no. That's premature. I actually don't think we need to be allied with Wei for this plan to work. It would help to get line of sight over Wei's activities, but I guess we are pretty close. That might take too long. I think we just proceed without trying to set up a Wei alliance. Wei may ask us to ally based on the common enemy factor, so let's just keep waiting. So now I think what needs to happen is, what we need to do is start raising our levies and getting over into position as fast as possible. And there's basically two ways to enter Qin. So the first way is through the Lide Passage, and this is going to be our main port of entry. Our goal, by the way, with this war is largely just to damage Qin, hopefully get the Liang stuff, but this is multiple provinces. This may be beyond our current capability. These are all also territories that are Qin borderlands that aren't part of their main core population or religion, so this won't hurt Qin that much, but it will at least allow us to become a steppe empire if we are ready for that. The other way into Qin is through the Yuzhong, or the Guyang kind of passageway over here around Linhu. These guys are a vassal, or the tributary of Zhao, that's right. So these guys are independent. We could form some alliances. We do have 3 alliance slots. I think what we should do is right before the Qin War, we should ally a bunch of random people around Qin that are going to spread their AI pathfinding out in weird directions. For example, we should ally with Lufan, who are able to be our ally. Qi still won't do it. Wei might do it. Could ally with Shumi or Luo. Ooh, okay, we could ally with Juding. Juding would bring in some amount of power, because Juding is a local power. They've got some population over here in the jungle. Yeah, these guys could at least enter into Qin and further sort of draw them apart. So Qin is such a large nation with so many borders, we could really take advantage of that. But we should form these alliances at the last minute, or really 1 month before the last minute, because we need to be able to bring them in at that point. So let's start to get our levies organized. Peacetime is going to have to wait. It's time for war with Qin. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's actually here. It feels like it's so sudden. And this may, well, oh man. The fortress here not being finished is going to be painful, but I think it should be okay. I think we've just got to go for it while they're fighting Wei. In fact, to the extent that I think I should actually send Wei a gift and then try to start improving relations with them. All right, we're getting closer. Okay, and then levy-wise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise all the levies that I currently can and get them moving. Can raise the levy down here. Let me think about this for a minute. This levy down here is going to have to go around anyways. All right, and then I'll raise the levy over here. How should I organize this? What's the supply limit like? I'll have the levy here come into Xiangyang, and then I'll have you guys also come into Xiangyang as well. Okay. We've got a fair bit of manpower built up, and we're going to keep building up manpower as we prepare. I may even go into increased pay during this war. I think it's probably going to be called for. Oh man, I can't believe we're here. It's happening, folks. And then my next levy that is available, so the Mobe levy I think is what's going to be next available. The Leon levy is going to weirdly take a long time. Yeah, the Mobe levy is next. Alright. Specifically, actually, when is it available? 1st of August. Camels from Maria. Any chance... No, I didn't think so. That would be too good if Mario would be my ally. I figured not. Alright, I can start improving relationships with Wei on the 12th of June. And then, I guess for that. Alright, start improving opinion with Wei. I think Wei will actually be open to an alliance, especially because they're at war with Qin. And this is more to get visibility on what's going on with the Wei front, which is going to be really strategically important. And we do have the 3 alliance slots, so that is perfectly fine. Alright. First for you. Yeah, Qin is starting to push back now that their forces are arriving. Whew. Oh man, I did not think this time would come, but I knew our alliance with Qin would not last forever. This alliance was too unholy to survive long. They helped us get some region splits, and now they're going to regret giving us that stuff in the peace deal. All right. Levy of Mobe is ready to go. Let me spawn as many people as I can as far south as I can in Mobe. Actually, I can spawn them here because this is Mobe. Yeah, that's perfect. And spawn them right here. I'm actually going to be a little careful with supply limit with my forces just standing around. I really need to maintain as much manpower gain as I can. I do think manpower is going to be pretty important in this war. Fortunately, we're closer to Qin's core than they are to my core. They have to cross the 1,000 years of steps to get to my Xiongnu population. I can possibly punch my way into their core and start just damaging it as much as I can. Again, I'm not going to like fully annex Qin in even a couple wars. It's going to take a long time to chew my way through Qin, but my goal here is to start to get strategically important winnings and try to damage Qin as far as I can. This is going to be a long kind of process. Okay, so how much do we have here? So this force is 20, so that's too high for anything around here. Let's, I guess just one unit though. Is there 20 supply limit anywhere around here? No, not really. Let's split off. Let's have some units of light horses. That's like a pretty safe type of unit to split off. Do we have any horse archers? No. These guys are so fast. We'll have the light horses come into. Let's see here. Steppe is attrition. Desert is attrition. I'll have the light horses come to Luoxi. We're gonna have attrition anyways because this is all like steppe terrain. I guess we could have them be in the hills. Let's see, this force here. I think you can come down to Changyi. So actually we'll just have you stay put. Alright, and then meanwhile, this force up here, I'm not going to be able to avoid taking attrition with this force as it moves. I could move it in separate groups, but that'd be a little too complicated to set up, and I'd rather the force arrive as one group, to the extent, in fact, that I might actually have them follow each other on the way over. Who's my highest martial character? I'll be the leader. They're all about the same size as well. The other forces can attach. This main stack is going to come over to, let's see. I guess one possible idea is I concentrate all of my forces in the Wuyuan area and then punch through as fast as I can down this direction. What are my goals here? So I guess the effect of that could be, let's see, where's the nearest like fort in the area? I guess the Pingsu fort, level 1 fort. That is the Qin fort down here. I could come and I could sack Jiang and also Yuanxi. The thing is, the Qin armies are going to be in this area because this is the Wei front. So it may make sense to have more forces over here and then a smaller force move through from Lide. Again, this is not fortified very well, so we know that we can move through with a smaller force without the need for as many infantry for assaults. The other thing too is I should probably concentrate my infantry onto this side of the Qin border and have a more cavalry focused, and it can have like supply trains and whatnot, but I don't need infantry as much if they're not going to do any assaults. And assault wise, where are there really just no forts over here at all? Okay, yeah, the nearest fort's actually over here in Zhongyang, which I think their capital, yeah. Yeah, so this is a completely free area to move without archers. So what this force is going to do at least, so lots of talking here, but we gotta plan this very carefully. The sort of choke point, or what am I trying to say, the crossroads is Anchi Hiar. So let's come down here, and then we're going to split off the archers to go in this direction, and everybody else will come down to this direction. And I think the levies from over here, or really I should say the Jiyu levy will join over here. I'll have the Jiyu levy just keep their archers. I should have some infantry just to like further diversify the army over on the Liang front. But ultimately, most of my infantry I want to try to concentrate over here in this area, as there are more forts kind of in this area to deal with. Qin is generally not very well fortified. I mean, compare that to me, right? Each of these little blue blobs is a fort, whereas Qin, they've got some forts, you know, on their borders, but like compared to like the Chinese folks over here, they've been doing a much better job at fortifying. So I think with that in mind, we're actually going to be okay. What I'm concerned about, though, is Qin's entire army concentrated on one front can beat either of my fronts, and possibly beat all my forces in one. If all of my armies attacked all of Qin's armies in one fight, or not if they attacked, but like if there was an attack between the two sides, I think Qin would win. So we need to really rely on Qin being spread out and disoriented, and not being in a position to really react to me very intelligently. Oh, we can also raise the other levies. Whoops, let's do that now. Okay, so over here, what's the furthest in we can go? Probably here. And then, so these forces will come down to Lide, you guys as well. And then, who's left? Modong and Bing, okay, yeah. These guys will have to travel quite a distance. Could Yan give me... Oh, I forgot to settle these guys. Whoops, let's do that now. I guess I could use these guys in the war. That's an interesting idea. No, these are like... I shouldn't make a sacrifice like that unless it was necessary, so... Let's settle all these guys, get all that. Yan, you're giving me military access? No. Yes. Yeah, okay, so I've got military access through Yan, so that's pretty good. These guys are allied with Qi, that's not going to matter. So I can spawn my Modong guys by the Yan border, and they can then reach... Is this Modong down here? This is actually Modong down here, so I can just spawn them on this side. That is perfectly fine. Although some of them will spawn all the way up here. Oh, that's so far. No. No. Okay. Let's bring these guys down here. It'll take them a minute, but at least it's moving at least at speed 2, or speed 3, I mean. Okay, you guys come over here as well. Okay. I think that's everybody. Did I forget to raise anybody? I don't think so. Yeah, everyone's raised. Okay. This is kind of crazy, but we're doing it. And then I've started to improve relations. They're almost there. I can join the war before trying to become allies with Wei. In fact, it may make it likelier they become my ally, even if I'm at war, so that's perfectly fine. Accident in Changyi. We've been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Changyi in Wuyuan. Salt is the main export of the city, and it seems the knuckleheads in charge of the site allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect as they tried to keep up with high demand. A huge collapse all but wiped out the working shift of slaves, and the owners have come groveling to the provincial authorities for compensation to help with reestablishing production. The slaves themselves are none too happy with the loss of their friends and family, and naturally cagey about returning to work in such conditions. Without significant repairs, there's no way production can be maintained at anywhere near the previous levels, and the slaves are bound to cause problems without a show of goodwill. Okay, so Wuyuan is the border province over here where everyone is gathering right now, so this is actually an important province to think about what we do here. Loyalty is currently fine. It is declining at a slightly high pace for my management skills here. So what are our options here? Okay, so we can lose money, which would be okay right now. This would be about 9 months of money. Popularity for Jisoo is a little wasted. Loyalty for the governor is, I think that's the governor. Yeah, that's the governor. Loyalty for the governor is always good, but his loyalty is actually perfectly fine. Happiness for citizens and slaves in Wuyuan. There are some of both, I'm sure, but not a huge deal. I'd probably take this if the other options are just worse. This one upsets all the slaves. I mean, they're already pretty upset, so I don't think slave unhappiness contributes as much to provincial unhappiness. Or this one, we spend no money at all. I think it's fine. I think we can compensate the owners and ensure decent working conditions. This will stabilize an important border province, so that is good. Okay, we get into position here. Oh man, I am nervous about this one, folks. This is the most like high stakes war we're going to be dealing with here. All right, 1st of October. Okay, we could potentially give hostile attrition a try, but my whole plan is to not let them get past me into Xiongnu, so I guess we could also do Kizagan to further reduce our weight, and this would have the effect of reducing our attrition. We're going to basically take attrition everywhere we go with our large hordes, and that could help with our manpower. But I think Akana is still the best because we're boosting Akana. Tribesman output also helps with our manpower, and also tribesman output helps with our money. And I think money is going to matter a lot in this war for possibly bringing in mercenaries. So call on Akana once again. No need to do anything too complicated here. I think that is fine. And yeah, we are still 5 years away from War Council. That's fine. I think things are good. Yeah, Qin's AI is very aggressive in this particular campaign, so I would have preferred to wait and do more stuff in my frontiers first, but Qin is forcing my hands. Yeah, we need to go for it. Yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and resume. Everybody get into position. Try to maintain our levies as best we can in terms of manpower. And then we need to keep an eye. So -5 for Qin versus Wei. I think that means Qin is at -5 war score. That makes sense because Qin currently has been occupied more than they've occupied Wei. So that is certainly good. We want to make sure that this war is as drawn out as possible. At this point, all of the Qin levies should be in the Wei front. So that's quite handy. Oh man. Competing power is doing so much damage right now. I guess I could change my stance. That'd be one very severe possible way to address this, but that just seems like I'm getting so much out of the assimilation stance, so I need to not mess around like that. Alright, I think we just continue. I need to at least wait for the main Mobe levy to arrive. They're such a big part of my force. And they're the main part that's going to be over in the Lead 8 area as well. So we just keep waiting. Qin shouldn't be done with Wei for quite a while. There's a lot to chew through, and Wei is not going down without a fight. We're in winter, so there's low food in Boduo. That's fine. I can't help you right now, Boduo. Gonna have to wait. Yeah, I wish these forts could be done in time. I can't wait this long. I need to go before then. All right. Let's see here. All right. Down here. Could also bring in mercenaries to help out in the war. Not a bad idea, but... okay, these guys have actually arrived already, so we need to get them organized. Let's split these guys up. No, not the horses. Archers only. I think I wasn't activating the units there. There we go, okay. And then you... I think that's all of them. Okay, so the archers I'm going to send over to Shufang as well. More people to do assaults with. And this gives me more general presence over there with different tribal chiefs with a higher marshal, which could be handy as well. Okay. Then you guys are all the Cav. And then you're all already detached. You're following, so that's perfect. Okay, then the Cav force, come on down. We're going to have a true, like, horse-oriented steppe invasion into Qin. It's going to be very thematic. Gotta love that. Also, let's stop, what do you call it? Let's have Qin leave our outlier. Possibly add Wei to our outlier? I guess it's not. I think it's probably fine. For what it's worth, Wei does have more population than Qin, and more integrated population than Qin. So I'm not sure what Qin is thinking here. Qin may not be in a position to actually really easily defeat Wei. And for what it's worth, although I will eventually want to fight Wei too later on, Wei is a better Chinese ally than Qin, because they can help me fight Qin in multiple sort of carving up Qin style wars. So I think that's pretty good. Everyone is arriving soon. I think at this point we want to start getting our alliance network organized. I don't know if we'll get allied with Wei. I think we can. We'll keep one of our alliance slots open to try to ally Wei once the war starts. Wei will love that we're fighting Qin once the war starts. So because we're almost to the point of invading within the next couple months, maybe we can wait one more month. I'm just scared about one of my new allies bringing me into another war or wanting me to join another war. So I think I'll wait one more month and then we'll get that all organized. I'm thinking, actually Lufang doesn't, no, they do border Qin, yeah. I should ally with Lufang, and I should ally with, because Qi won't do it. He definitely won't do it. Wei will possibly do it, and then Shushi is a little too small for my liking. Juding is a bit bigger, so Juding will work great, and then Lufang is more just territory that Qin could target instead of my territory. Also, let's start moving these guys down to the border itself. What's the weight here? 17 with you, 11... Hold on, wait, let me get these guys organized. I think what I need to do is, man, there's so much to worry about here. No, we need to wait for our infantry to arrive anyway, so you can come down here at least, but then we need to start moving folks into position. Yeah. We're still gaining a fair bit of manpower. This will take a couple of months at least. Let's wait one more month. I'm pushing it here. These guys want stone. Yep, sounds fine to me. Okay, Qin is starting to get some more stuff. That's good. No, it's not good, but it's good to see what's going on there. Okay. Let's start to actually organize these armies a little bit here. So down here on the more important front, this force will be the main leading force. It has all of my supply trains. 7 supply trains. That is all. 3,500 donkeys. That is the army of the steppes that the people of China should fear. That's why they built the wall. All those donkeys. Can't let them in. And then I guess with all those supply trains, this force can also withstand a lot of attrition. So I guess actually I can probably stack up this first levy of Mobe force pretty substantially. And what I want to stack it with, I probably want this force to be largely an infantry-oriented force, because infantry and heavy cav, I should have my light cav be in armies that I can have as separate to take advantage of their mobility in the dry plains of this whole area. So I need to have my archers and my heavy cav dominate the first levy of Mobe stack. So you are going to join that force. I'm actually going to split away the archers. Let's try to be as precise as possible here with this war. Split away the archers here, send them as well. You can join. Horse archers, okay. And my horse archers I will have come to Zhuoyan. The horse archers and the light archers, light horses I mean, will move together. It's perfectly fine. Over here, light horses, we're going to join there. Split off the archers, have them come down into the main infantry force. Heavy cav come down to the main infantry force. Horse archers come here. And then split it up like that again. Come here, there we go, okay. And this force is a mix of heavy cav and light and horse archers. So once they arrive here, we'll get them organized. And then, oh, that's yeah, this is the force from up here. So they've actually made it all the way down here. That's pretty hype. Over here, these guys will just move as a big group. There's like one archer unit, but I guess I could technically have the one archer unit not even be here so that this force moves a little faster. That's probably worthwhile. So the 500 force, I'll just have you back up and then from there come to there. Yeah, that is good. Okay, now we're definitely going to go ahead and get those alliances organized. So Wei is almost there. Zhuding, you're first. All right, Zhuding, you're about to get the alliance offer of the century. Don't. I know the people of Zhuding are not expecting this, but hey, Zhuding, how would you like to be partners, quote unquote, equal partners with a certain big yellow blob? All right, they will go for it. And let's double check our alliance numbers. Yeah, we have 2 extra slots because of, or we have 1 extra slot because of major power, and then we have 1 extra slot because of defending liberty. So let's also ally with Lu Feng. Again, Lintu or Hezongshi are better allies, but they actually can't do it because they're tribal vassals of Zhao. Actually, no, that's wrong. Lintu just stopped their tribal vassalship. That's perfect timing. Okay, Lintu, this is actually super, super, super perfect because you can now become my ally. And yeah, this is a very, very good ally for this war. They're now going to give me 1 fort over here, which is super, super helpful. And I can actually now move through their territory as well. So this means I can potentially launch my attack further south, which is very, very good. I'm actually going to reorganize my entire front over here a little bit in light of that after a moment. After people arrive, I mean. I guess I can start doing it now. I think what I need to do is I need my heavy force to be further south to then reach the fort over here faster. Keeping in mind, of course, the goal in this war is going to be to take Liang, which this levy over here, this force over here, should be able to cap all this stuff fairly fast and without a lot of resistance. This force up here is meant to do assaults. So let's see here. Fort-wise. Okay, this is a Lufon fort. Yeah, I guess Pingju really is the nearest fort to really worry about. And then there's their capital. I think what I'm concerned about, if I go straight for their capital, I need both of my sides to link up before we get to their heartland, right? I think we need to be in the north a little first and try to at least defortify or take over the fort at Pingju. This is right next to their like frontier with Wei, so that's going to be a little complicated. But yeah, so I think with this in mind, I'm going to wait for all of my infantry forces to like arrive and join up here, and then we'll move them together so that I'm not getting lost in the sauce a bit with this stuff. Okay, 8th of April, 9th of April. Okay, we'll get those guys organized in a moment here. So May 1st of 486 might be the invasion date. I think we may need to wait a little bit longer for our forces to get into position, but that's the earliest we can do it by bringing in those allies. All right. Let's get this force organized. We have any... Okay, no donkeys in sight from the Lide invasion. It will be donkeyless. A very, very strange state of affairs. Okay, which is my largest group here? I have a couple 6K stacks. Let's see, 8 Marshal, 5 Marshal. Let's have Cheli Dugu lead this side. He's earned the honor, I think. 1 disallow attachment. Make sure only the one guy has attachment allowed. There we go. Now it is adjusted. I'm also going to change all my tactics before the war starts. Let's not forget to do that. I'm also going to go ahead and increase army maintenance. The Xiongnu won't like this, but actually the Xiongnu are the least unhappy group in my nation at the moment, so this should be completely manageable. I need every advantage I can think of just in case we actually do fight the admittedly much stronger individual man-by-man armies of Qin. Okay, and then over here, let's actually adjust all the positions. We may split this force up to do separate occupations once the war starts, but for now they're going to move as a group. I guess deception is the way. This is a very deceptive force. The donkeys are hidden, that's why it's a deceptive force. Right, just shock action, the little group there. All right, good stuff. And then in terms of what their goals will be, where is their provincial capital? Over here. Okay, it's at Changsong. Then over here, it's at Lijian. So they'll come down to Lijian. I might leave a force to siege it, and then occupy it. Start occupying it. Send a force down to, actually it's just right next to it. Come down to Changsong in the forest. This is a forest. Can't you tell? It's this is the deceptive forest, the deceptive invasion to the deceptive forest. Grab that, and then down into here, where's their provincial capital at? Of course, it's on the furthest this direction it could be, so Yinmi is next, although I probably also want to grab, let's see, it's going to be down here, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so Yinmi and Yiku are the other two that I need to get for that. Okay, yeah, so, and then that is actually, and then when south as well, there's also these spots down here. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot to work with. I can absolutely make that work. 13th of April for these two. And then I'm gonna split these guys away, come down here. We can start the war a little early, even if these guys aren't in position quite yet. I think what we'll do is, actually, we'll have you guys come here, and you as well come here. It's time for you guys to get moving. Also to get organized. All of you attach. So what we're going to do with this force, so we'll have a force go to Wudu, grab Luo, and then this force, I think, will start... I think we just go... I think we come down and grab Fuxi, and then from Fuxi, I think we go straight for Pingju, because then the other force here can join near Pingju for reinforcement. Yeah, so I think this force here because I want to grab as many provincial capitals at the start as I can, both to give me war score and to further disorient the Qin levies, give them more targets to go to. I'm not expecting to hold places like Fuxi for very long, but at least I'll make the effort. And then you two are going to come down here as well. If those archers are delayed or they're not there when the war starts, that's completely okay, because we have to get Fuxi. So we're almost there. You guys are coming here as well. You will just come down here as well. Okay. Okay, you are coming back around. There will be reinforcements. And there's no... Qin has no allies currently, so this is also perfect. So let's get into position here. All right. Not quite yet. So one more month for everyone to be in position. Military tradition, perfect timing. that is pretty nice. So we previously grabbed Taklamakan Sands. Let me grab something that's going to directly help in this war. I think that's going to be good. Such as this. Yeah, okay, writing and shooting, that's going to have to be what we grab. Discipline and offense for my horse archers right before this war. That's perfect timing. The gods are really with me here. Compared with infantry, cavalry has a high degree of mobility, and riding and shooting combines the long-range advantages of bows and arrows with the mobility, with the speed of our horsemen. Okay, that is phenomenal. Very, very good timing on that. We're almost ready. I think one more month. These guys won't be in position yet, but I think we'll be okay to start on the monthly tick there. Because the thing is, I want to have this. I want to have this force in position. So let's wait one more month. No allies for Qin. Let me look at it from the Wei side. Actually, it's completely at an even point right now. So it's a stalemate. Perfect timing for me. Then these guys, not quite there. Once we join the war, if I can't get the Wei alliance, that's fine. I can always ally with them later. With enough time, I can build up relations with them to get an alliance, but for now, I think we just continue. Let's see. Okay, this is all good. Man, my heart is racing, folks. This is going to be crazy. All right, here we go. We could also hire mercenaries. I'm going to save my money. I may hire mercenaries later in the war if it's necessary. I sure hope it's not necessary. I'm doing a lot to prep for this war as carefully as I can. All right, yeah, I think... Yeah, I can't wait for those guys. So I think on the 1st of June, the invasion of China begins with earthenware request from Wei. That's a good sign for my future relationship with them. Not quite there. Ultimately, not having Wei as an ally at the start of the war is perfectly fine because they're already fighting Qin anyways. So, yeah, I think this is perfectly fine. Already ready to attack Qin. The great moment of the campaign that's been long awaited. Has it come? Let's just double check a couple more things really quick. Okay, this force is definitely stacked enough to come out into Fuxi. The largest Qin stacks I've seen have been 12k stacks, so maybe they don't have any larger army. There's not any stacks right here. Qin, the Qin AI, if it had any intelligence at all, it would look at everything I've been doing for the last half of a year and understand completely what's about to happen. But the AI in this game doesn't really consider that very intelligently. Possibly to some extent they do, but I don't think they're really thinking about that. So the Qin AI should be completely caught off guard. Their armies are seemingly all over here, which is nearby, so that's a problem. But this force here should have the numbers to at least be able to safely back away from some sort of Qin counterattack. Ultimately, I think this is the best situation we could be in for an attack like this. And with that in mind, I think the time has come. Now, let me just think one more time. Is there anyone else except for Wei I'd rather ally? I'm going to keep my alliance slot open so I can ally with Wei during the war to get visibility on their front with Qin. But, we actually don't have a Casus Belli on Qin, do we? Oh, that is a problem. Wait! This would take a year. Shoot. Okay, that is an issue. but perhaps an issue that we can still go forward. 25 stability, that would take me down to, let's see, 23 stability. 6 war exhaustion, 29 AE. Yeah. This is frustrating because at the start of the episode, if I had started my war council, I would get the claim in time. And if I wait a year, this war will probably not be in the right state. Do we do a no Casus Belli war on Qin? The most steppe nomad style thing we could possibly do. Let's see. Show superiority. More war score from winning battles. I think show superiority wars, you can still take territory. I could also do horde conquest. Any province taken by the horde will fall under the horde's control immediately. I don't know exactly how this works, but this might be the time to give this a try. No Casus Belli, horde conquest, invasion of Qin by Xiongnu. Do we do this? I think we do. Folks, the time has come, not only for the invasion of Qin, but a wild way to do this invasion of Qin. Calling in Jiding, calling in Lintu. Let us go for it. Alright, we've declared war on the major power of Qin. Stability has dropped a fair bit. We've had stability this low before. That is fine. We need to Oh, I didn't change my trades before. Whoops. We lost our... That's fine. We'll just trade for something else now. We'll trade for gold with Maria and for gold with Maria. Hold on, wait. Back it up one quick second. What spice trade was that give me? National system output. Yeah, gold with Maria I think is the best. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright, that's addressed. Okay, we are ready. That was painful, but I need to just go for it right now. But by saying that, I don't mean right now, because this is going to be the end of the episode. Sorry to leave you on the most outrageous cliffhanger yet in this campaign, but we are at our time. Thank you all so much for watching. Next time, the invasion of Qin will begin. We have come at them with the most amount of surprise we possibly could. There's no claim, they had no chance to really know that was coming. So in theory, the element of surprise is on our side. We shall see how well I can play our invasion into China itself at long last. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.